understand that both the term innovation, well, not both, that the term innovation, social innovation, technological innovation, and there will be a few more, that these terms were launched in their socio-historical, socio-political context. I hate the word, but I'm forced to use it all the time. No, I hate the word context because usually it's because we are not capable of talking about the structural element, institutional culture and identity elements that form the context. That's why I hate it. If you can say what you mean by context, it's fine, but most people can't. So the word has been used, the terms have been used in very different meanings at very different times. But it is our role as social scientists to understand why and how, and yeah. And it is also our role as social scientists to understand what this history of the use of the term, of the use of the theories, the explanatory framework behind the term at the time, the historical context, what they mean for us today. This is going to be my playback exercise that I will present at the very end of the third part of my presentation. Do you have questions still now? While I drink, you can ask some questions. I'm a bit tired. 5 o'clock is a bit early for me. I'm an early riser, 6:30, but 5 is over it. Even to come to Roskilde. Huh?
Yes.
Okay, now I have to get into my PowerPoint. Yeah, so I will focus on why a historical perspective to social innovation and what do we do with it today. Could say, well, very interesting, referring to Godin, referring to your own work, Jessop, and so many more. Yeah, well, we understand now where the term comes from, and that it has been used in many different contexts, but what does it mean for today? Okay, so what is social innovation? I already gave you what I could say my definition, but in fact it's not just my definition, it's a definition that was really distilled interactively in discussion groups. We already had a definition in our first project on integrated area development. I mean, in the forthcoming issue on social innovation, Gabriella will lead in European planning studies. There's a whole history of how we used social innovation concept over the last 30 years, and something like that. And then these are a few points I want to cover in a bit of a style of an amateur historian. I come from a family of historians. My brother has a PhD in history, my youngest sister studied history, but I'm the only one that is still using it today, but in an amateuristic way. But it be so. Okay, so I will go through these different points, and my objective is really to focus on the last two bullets, meaning of social innovation in contemporary socio-political and socio-economic landscape, and how will we proceed today. Personally, I believe, and that's more an excursus because I won't have time to really deal with it, I believe that to research social innovation, it has to be action research. You have to get involved in partnerships in different roles to really understand what things are about. And I think that the network I'm representing, we always work through action research. Light forms, participatory observation, but also hard forms, taking part in community life, in occupations, training ourselves at the gates of parliament, by way of speaking. Okay. What is social innovation? And here I leave pluralism open, although the three features I gave are, in my opinion, the core of the discussion for most of the people. involved in social innovation research and action. It's a type of collective action meant to satisfy collective and/or individual needs, to claim respect for human rights. This is a very nice new development in social innovation literature. Human rights, and there was recently a thesis defended at Louvain-la-Neuve. I was on the commission. It's a very interesting interpretation of the local meaning of human rights and how these can be pursued through social innovation strategies at the local level. To pursue new or renewed human desires. That's a difficult one. You say, well, there are new needs. For example, access to the digital world. You need sufficient resources to have access to the digital world. So you could say, well,